Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Calvin Anderson for the Checking with Podcast, Season 3. And this is part 2 of a phenomenal guest. Her episode is episode 33 on Season 2, where we spoke about personal branding. We went into her background. We went into so much amazing things. And she has so much insight into how one person can build their brand and make it not just impactful, but make it effective in such a time as we have now. So please check out episode 33 of season 2. And I will introduce my lovely guest again today. Ladies and gentlemen, give another warm welcome to Juliana Damasco. Juliana, how are you doing?
Hello. So nice to be here again. Thank you so
Yes.
much for the invitation.
Thank you for saying yes.
Yeah, of course. I had a lot of fun in our first episode.
Oh, definitely. It was amazing.
It was great
Yeah.
and looking forward for our conversation today with you and for everyone.
Yes. And today, we've had conversations back and forth where we said, okay, Kyle, what are we going to speak about this time? And I was like, maybe we should talk about personal branding again. And you were like, Kyle, maybe not this time. Maybe
Yeah.
we should take it to more of a personal place.
I think we built intimacy
Yes.
with your listeners already. So we can go deep now.
Yes, we can go
Why
deep.
not?
Yes. So I want to start with personal development.
Mm-hmm.
And my first question for you today is, what's your bigger life goal, your purpose on this earth?
Okay. So we are starting
We're
right
starting
in.
right in, yeah.
So I believe my big purpose on this life is to become the best of the best version of myself.
Mhm.
And I know this sound cliche. I think a lot of people are saying that over the internet, but from a spiritual way or career wise way or personal way, I believe that we are on this earth to evolve as spirits or whatever is your belief,
Yeah.
and as human beings interest in becoming the best version of myself, I think I also have a duty, a responsibility to make sure that I give back
Yeah.
by becoming and going even further for
Hmm.
them.
I love how you said that you have a duty and responsibility to become your best because of the pathway that your parents laid out for you. How important is that to you? And obviously, I know you're eternally grateful to your parents for working so hard and being able to put you in this position where you're in now.
Yeah.
Talk to us on the duty and responsibility as individuals that we should carry when becoming our best.
I think the first one is understanding your privilege. You're always going to be more privileged than someone and less privileged than someone else. Every single human
Yeah.
on earth in some aspect. So first of all is to understand where you're at and what is this privilege, what you can do with what you have today to become this best version of yourself. Understand and get a sense of this self-responsibility that you have.
Yeah.
And once you are able to start building from it and becoming a better version of yourself, then you also find ways to give opportunity to other people, because I think that's the way to give back as well. Because I had a lot of opportunities in my life, and I know a lot of people that are as smart or even smarter and more brilliant than me.
Yeah.
They might not have the same opportunities. So that's a way to give back. How can I open the doors for people as well?
Yeah.
That's a good way to see it.
Love that. Next question for you. How can someone evolve personally and professionally in a practical way within their daily routine without overcomplicating things?
Yeah, I understand your question, because becoming the best version of yourself might be something impossible to achieve. Like, how do you even start, right?
Yeah.
It's such an abstract goal. And I love to break that down, because
Please.
everything starts on your routine, on your day to day.
Mm.
So I'm going to give my own example. When I, like back, let's say 1 year ago, I was starting a new job. I work now in a big tech full time, and everything was new to me: the people, the organization, the role, the department. And it took me a while to reach my comfort zone, to feel comfortable with that job, secure, delivering consistent good results. But at some point I reached a good level of comfort.
Mm.
And once I was there, I had two choices: either stay in my comfort zone because there's no issue in enjoying
Mm.
the comfort zone, as long as you are very intentionally about it. I will stay here as long as I want,
Yeah.
but once I'm ready, I'm going to challenge myself again and put a new challenge for myself and get out of the comfort zone and feel pain and feel the failure, all of the bad things, so I can overcome them and then reach a new level.
Mm.
So that's what I did. I enjoyed my comfort zone for a while,
Yeah.
once I reached this point. And then I asked myself, what is the next goal? How can I evolve professionally from here?
Mm.
And that's when I decided to open my side hustle and also start producing content on the internet.
Yeah.
Where I am now, struggling, a lot of failing content, and I don't have that much time for my side hustle. I have to manage it with my full time job. It's very challenging.
Mhm.
And sometimes I have to remind myself all these negative feelings that I have, they are part of my growth journey. They are a symptom that I'm growing. And I'm only going to get to the point that I want if I go through it. But this is a choice that I made to grow because I want to continuously grow.
Yes.
And you can do that in every area of your life. In fitness, you can decide, like, now I'm gonna go to the gym 3 4 times a week, and then sometime from now you're gonna feel comfortable again and make a decision. Do I want to keep evolving in my fitness goals? Yes, I'm gonna maybe increase 2 times more, or I'm gonna eat healthier.
Mm.
So you're always trying to find ways on your routine, on your daily activities,
Yeah.
to improve yourself and to level up in several areas of your life. When I say areas, I mean it can be finance, it can be friendships, it can be relationship, it can be career, spirituality. It
Mm.
can be, depending on the phase of your life. You might really want to focus on your spirituality,
Yeah.
relationship with family. There are so many areas that we can become the best version of ourselves.
Mm.
And there is always an area for us to level up.
Yeah.
And the main tool to do that is via our routines.
Mm.
Is the next thing that we're going to do tomorrow and the day after and the day after. So
Mm.
it's simpler than people think. It's not that abstract. It's very practical. It's literally on the next hours of your day.
Yeah.
That's how you evolve as a person.
Amazing. Two things I want to say. The first one is you spoke about the comfort zone and how you reached a place where it was a felt sense that you are ready to go to the next level.
Yeah.
What does that feeling like? What does that feel like that you know that, okay, I'm ready for more? What does that feel like? Can you describe it?
I think it varies a lot person by person. I will talk about my personal experience.
Please.
I am a very hungry person.
Right.
Very. I've always been. And I don't usually call it hungriness. I
Yeah.
usually call it fire.
Fire.
It's a fire inside my heart. And sometimes the fire is, it's small, and then sometimes it's very big, and
Mm.
sometimes it burns me. So it's not something always positive to have this fire. It's beautiful to say, right? Like, she has a fire in her heart, she goes for it. We have to be very careful because sometimes you can burn yourself. And I am someone who pressure myself a lot. I am a perfectionist, so sometimes I'm questioning my strategies and if I'm doing everything right, and I burn myself.
Yeah.
It can be hurtful.
Mhm.
So I have to know how to manage this fire to make sure that I'm lighting it up, but not too much.
Right, right, right.
Exactly, to burn myself.
Yeah.
So I think I cannot get rid of it. I cannot get rid of the fire. It's always within me. If I feel like it's something that helps me pursue my purpose,
Mm.
because it's always there. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like, okay, I am in my comfort zone. What is next for me? I think I'm driven by that. That's what makes me happy. I need this goal. I need to this purpose of, as I told you in the beginning of our conversation, is my purpose in life to become the best version of myself. And I'm really honest about it. And that's the fire as well, telling me what's next for you, how you can evolve as a person. So that's what I'm always aiming for.
Mm. And the second thing I wanted to say was just more of an encouragement, because you said that you have content that's failing,
Yeah.
which I don't believe is failing, Juliana. I think is more of you're planting your seeds, and when people see it and take it in, it's gonna not only grow from social media standpoint, but
Mm-hmm.
more of a influential standpoint. So I don't want you to ever feel like what you're doing, if it doesn't get the numbers or gets the reaction that you want, that is failing. Look at it as more of you're planting, and you know better than anyone, when you plant something in the ground, you're not expecting tomorrow to look at it for it to be
Yeah.
a full tree.
Yeah.
It takes time, different environments, different conditions. It's building its roots in the ground so that once it does sprout up, the roots are so deep, it cannot ever not be unnoticed. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's going to see it. So do that with your content and keep putting your stuff out, because from what I've seen and how it's blessed me on a daily
Mm-hmm.
basis, it will bless people that you didn't even know were watching.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much for saying that.
it's the
And I'm
truth.
glad that you like
I
and
love it.
the content.
I
I think
love it.
as long as I'm doing from the heart, and it's
Exactly.
something that I would like my younger version to see it, to watch it, to know about it, or my
Yeah.
best friends to listen to it.
Yeah.
That's how I can maintain consistency, because you have to be very careful with the numbers.
Hmm.
They are there to fulfill your ego as well, right?
Yeah.
But when you do it with purpose and you do it because you know the message can help someone,
Hmm.
then you can overcome
Yeah.
the the numbers, right?
For sure.
So thank you for saying that, because that's what really matters, right? Is if I
Yeah.
am impacting one person with what I'm saying and with what I'm
100%.
showing.
Yeah, because one person will share it to another person, and it will keep sharing because it's tangible information.
Yes.
Like you're not AI.
Yeah,
You're a real human being. You're giving real advice. You're giving your
exactly.
own personal journey. So just keep going.
Yeah. And it's the famous messy middle, right? The messy middle,
Mm.
when you are the output and the input, they are completely disproportional,
Yeah.
and you're putting so much effort into it and you don't see the results yet, and you
Mm.
just have to keep your head down and keep doing the work
Yeah.
and trust that at some point you're going to see results.
Hmm.
I believe that most people, they give up during this period, and I think once you understand that you are in this phase, it's easier for you to go through it, because you understand, you already know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Probably nothing. You're
Yeah.
not going to see results. So once you're fine with that, you're in peace with the fact that you're not going to get results,
Mm.
you just go through the messy middle and it's called, I'm in the messy
I'm in
middle.
the messy middle.
That's where I am right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to romanticize it,
Mm.
and to be very real, to say it's difficult
Mm.
and it's challenging. But whenever I'm feeling down and frustrated about it,
Yeah.
I also try to think that those are symptoms of growth.
Mm.
There is no growth coming from happiness
Mm.
and from comfort zone. Everyone wants to be happy all the time, but they need to remember growth comes from suffering, pain, feeling of failure.
Yeah.
That's when you really grow.
Hmm.
And then you achieve happiness again. And then you said again, that's life. That's the beauty of life, right? So
Yeah.
thank you. And
No.
let's keep pushing.
Let's keep
Let's keep
pushing.
pushing.
And you know we're always here to support you in your journey. So just holler if you need anything.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem. The next question for you, because obviously you're clearly passionate about personal development. Where does that come from, Juliana? Because obviously from our first pod episode, you gave us your background, you gave us the history, you gave us LA, you gave us all your journey from there to here. Where does that come from in terms of the passion and the fire you just mentioned
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to personal development?
I think it all connects with the purpose of life
Yeah.
of on this earth, which is to become the best version of myself.
Hmm.
So because of that and because of this fire, I've started to read a lot about personal development. I love self-help books, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
It's all
I
right.
love it. That's why I work today with personal branding as well, because personal branding is somehow self-help content, right? You
Mm.
are there to learn how to communicate better, how to express your body language in a better way,
Yeah.
how to network and create relationship with people, and to know how to craft your message and how to show up online. All of that, at the end of the day, it's about self-care and self-help and personal development and professional growth.
Yeah.
So it's all somehow aligned.
Mm.
I've also been a very blessed person in my childhood.
Right.
Um, it's unbelievable, but when I was a kid, my mom put me in like 11 extra activities after school simultaneously. 11. Can
Can't,
you believe that?
can't believe
I
it.
was very engaged in all of them. So I used to do, I don't know, I had like five types of dancing classes, and then theater, which I loved,
Yeah.
singing, playing guitar, doing a lot of sports, just to find out I was bad in most of them.
Mm,
And to learn that performing arts was where I truly loved. So I tried so many different things,
yeah.
and which really helped me understand which areas I wanted to develop
Mm,
as a person, because back then there was no professional development, right? It's very, very much focused on personal. So I learned with theater like public speaking and relationships, and in sports like teamwork and listening to others. So because I grew in this environment,
mm.
I believe I was also more open to this type of topic, and to this bigger purpose of becoming the best version of myself. Yeah.
Nice. It's crazy when you said obviously your mum put you in 11 activities simultaneously. I guess she was trying to find out what you wanted to do. And I guess with parents, they can kind of see our trajectory in a way. So she wanted to, for me, it feels like she wanted to expose you to these things, to obviously now you're sitting here and the stuff you do outside of this is, it all led up to this point.
Yeah, and I think it was part of my personality, because I asked her, Mom, why did you do this? Like, you were not, don't you think that it was a bit, I don't know, negative to
Yeah.
put your kid in 11 activities? This is too much. Because
Mm.
when I became a teenager and I wanted to go out every single Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with my friends, she was complaining a lot. Like, you'll stop at home. I was like, yeah, you put me in 11 activities when I was 5.
Yeah.
How do you think now I'm going to be chill at home watching TV? I can't.
Yeah.
And she said that she would let me free, and like, I would go to all those classes and
Mm.
I would really enjoy them, and I would never ask to stop. I think I was just exploring myself and trying to understand what I liked or not.
Yeah.
At some point I would realize it's not something for me. But even for the things that I was struggling with, I was somehow enjoying it as well, because I was learning about who I was. So she was letting me free, seeing what I would do. I wanted to stay in those 11 activities, just my personality. My brother was very different. She also exposed him to several activities,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to do them. So of course you need to like listen to yourself and see what you like and what you don't, right?
Mm.
So I just think it's part of my personality to explore different things, to always look within, always try to become the best version of myself, have this fire inside me that brings me places, and yeah, I can't sit still.
Always on the go, always busy, which I see. But it's good. I love your, when you wake up and you do like your morning kind of vlogs, and you're like, guys, make sure you get your workout in, make sure you drink your water, make sure you stay hydrated. It's very motivational and inspirational to me, because it's always just like good vibes.
Yes.
Like it's so pure, and it's authentic every
Mm-hmm.
time you post. So please don't ever stop. Honestly,
Mm,
honestly, it's life changing.
I won't. Deal.
Deal.
Deal. You have to like, I have to promise like this.
Pinky promise.
Thank you, promise.
Cool. Um, would you ever do a book?
Yes.
Okay. The reason
Yes.
I said that is because when you were talking about self help book, I'm like, Jew, you should do a book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could envision myself doing a lot of things,
yeah,
like having some sort of business related to personal and professional growth. I don't
hmm,
know how
yeah,
yet, but with a book, because I love to write and I
yeah,
think I'm a good writer.
yeah.
With a TV show. This one is more like, blue sky thinking.
Okay.
I would love to have a TV show. I think we talked about this
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And having a strong community. It doesn't have to be a big one, but a very engaged one that really learns from each other.
Mm,
And everyone is there with the purpose of growing together and
yeah.
becoming the best version of themselves. So it's like my own purpose of becoming the best version of myself, plus helping people to become their best versions. So if I could have like a whole entertainment channel to
Mm-hmm.
do so, either via books or TV show or whatever else, like social media platforms,
Mm-hmm.
anything that would allow me to be connected to the people and make sure that everyone is is trying to level up.
Yeah.
I think that's the blue sky
That's the blue
thinking.
sky. No, it's gonna happen. So I look forward to the launch when it does happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Um, I want to move on to something that's dear to my heart:
Hmm.
therapy.
Therapy.
Juliana, do you go to therapy? And if yes, or even no, tell us why.
I go to therapy for some years now.
Okay.
And it for me it's like going to the gym.
Mm,
So I go to the gym 5 times a week. I do my therapy once a week. I train my body. Why wouldn't I train my mind, my brain, my soul?
mm,
Um, Talking about becoming the best version of yourself, you need to make sure that you are looking after yourself and paying attention to your limiting beliefs and your traumas and the negative emotions, also the positive ones, everything.
yeah.
You should be always paying attention, changing some patterns in your mind and making sure that you are evolving
Mm,
mentally. And for that it's very important to have a professional helping you. So I don't understand why people don't do it.
mm,
And I feel like it's not only when you break up with someone or when you lose a job or when something traumatic happens to your life that you need to seek for help, or when you're crazy. Like, I don't know why people have such a big prejudice against it, which I don't understand.
yeah.
So I truly think that this is an essential part of your journey to become the best version of yourself.
Mm,
Do therapy.
therapy. Hmm. Remind me how long, some years you said you've been doing it?
So I've been on and off
Yeah.
since I was 15. When
Mm,
I first seek for help, it was because I had a heartbreak.
right, right, right,
I
right.
was like, I need suffering, I need your help, I need help.
Yeah.
So I've done it for 1, 2 years, then I stopped, and then I started to realize that I needed that as sort of a maintenance.
Goodness, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've started doing it more consistently.
Mm,
Then I was struggling a bit to find the right person, because that's also happens, right? Like, you need someone that you connect with, that you feel comfortable with, that understand your situation. For instance, I have a Brazilian one. Even though I'm in London, I wanted to be with a Brazilian woman
yeah.
because I knew that she would relate more to my struggles and my personality or whatever. So I am with my new one now for 6 months, and I left my older one because it was not, you
Mm,
know, the chemistry was not there.
right.
So I also advise people to continue trying, because at some point you're going to find the right person, and then you can stick with it, and you're going to see amazing results, and you're going to evolve. I promise you.
Promise you. G, why do you think so many people still don't go to therapy?
I think it's a big taboo.
Mm,
I believe that people think that they can only do therapy if they have a big problem that they are facing, or that it's for people who has a lot of mental problems. They don't see it as sort of a hygiene, a
mm,
thing that you need to do on a weekly basis, that is part of you becoming the best version of yourself. So that's the problem. It's that there's a misconception on therapy. And I think we have a long journey ahead of us. And I say we, me and you,
yeah.
and everyone that works in this field,
Mm,
um, to bring. I think we are doing a great job already,
I think so.
but there's still such a long road to go.
For
I
sure.
still, whenever I share this with people, especially in the UK, they still look at me like, "Oh, you do therapy? Like, are you okay?"
Mm,
The "Are you okay?" question always comes with it.
yeah.
So we have a long journey ahead of us to make sure that people understand that mental health is like going to the gym. If I
Yeah.
could, I would just do like a huge outdoor saying, therapy is like going to the gym. You do it once a week
Yeah.
and then check.
That'd be a good that'd be a good post.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be a good, yeah, that's a good.
So I look forward to seeing that. Okay. And talking about mental health, in our previous podcast, you shared a lot about your main life challenges, which was to move abroad.
Yeah.
Um, and I would like to dive more into, I guess, this part and understand how you preserved your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
after moving continents and adapting to a new culture and living away from loved ones. Because that's, I mean, to move away from all that you know to begin or embark on something new and something that you're passionate about must be tough in so many ways. Um, so before I ask, share with us your journey moving abroad.
Yeah, so I the first time that I lived abroad was when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
I went to visit my brother. I have a brother who lives in Australia for 20 years.
Mm.
So it was a this one was intense because Brazil. I am originally from Brazil,
Yeah.
and it took me almost 30 hours to get there. So it's literally in the other side of the world. I was very young, and I struggle a lot, especially in the last weeks. Missing home, missing my culture, missing my city, everything.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Los Angeles after university. I lived there for 1 year and a half. Came back to Brazil. I'm originally from Rio. Then I moved to São Paulo. Then I moved to Portugal to do my masters. Then I moved to Berlin, and now I'm in London. So I've done a lot.
Mm.
I've learned a lot, and I would say like until I moved to London, I was struggling a lot with living abroad, and
Mm.
people cannot believe it. Like, what do you mean you were already living for so long abroad, but I was still struggling? Because I believe most of the people who decide to move abroad,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right thing to say, but I'm just gonna be honest here.
Please.
From all the people that I've met, they are usually running from something.
Mm.
So like they are not adapting in the country that they live in. They don't like the culture. They don't fit in. They have problems with their families. They couldn't find love, and then they come like they move abroad with the hope to find love somewhere else. Um, so they're either seeking something very specific or they're running from something. But this was never my case. I was never running away from anything. I love my culture. I love Rio. I have friends for 20 years, a lot of childhood friends, and I have a very good relationship with my family. Career wise, it was good there.
Mm.
So it was more like, what can I do next? It was very much on that the thing that we talked about being in the comfort zone, looking around you and saying, yeah, I think I'm comfortable.
Mm.
What next can I do? And this fire, I couldn't get rid of it, and it was asking me, what else we can do, what else we can do, how can you challenge yourself more?
Yeah.
But wait, if you move abroad, you're gonna challenge yourself a lot. You're gonna have to adapt to a new culture. You're gonna have to learn how to respect new habits and ways of thinking in a way that you've never done in your life.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna level up. My dad, he was a part of a family of 10, so he has 9 siblings, and they didn't have anything to eat. My dad moved from this very, very small town
Mm.
in the state called Minas Gerais. He moves all the way to Rio, which back then was like moving from Brazil to London, like people didn't have the opportunity to move abroad or anything. And he built his whole career from scratch. This was a huge thing. The jump that he did in his life, how he leveled up in so many ways was incredible. He's the most successful in his family, and he's a true hard worker.
Yeah.
Um, so when I look at his life and I look at mine and all the things that he was able to provide, how do I level up? It's not in a way of comparing myself, but it's to honor him
Yeah.
and to think what I can do to make sure that I'm also expanding my environment and my world and my experiences. And living abroad made a lot of sense for me.
Yeah.
But because I was not running away from anything, it was very hard to deal with being away from family, uh, adapting to a new culture, knowing how much I love mine
Yeah.
back in Rio. And every time I go, I'm like, oh my God, this is the best place in the world.
Yeah.
So all of that was really challenging. But as I told you, I believe you only grow from pain, from suffering, from failure, from these feelings. There are not very nice to have sometimes, but
Mm.
that's when you truly grow. And I would say if I wouldn't have moved abroad, I would be a very different person. And I don't regret a second because I've learned a lot and I evolved a lot
Mm.
as a human being. Not to say that people that don't move abroad don't grow. Each person they have their own journey. I just believe that that's mine
Yeah.
and that's part of my my life purpose.
Mm. So if we was to ask you, why did you decide to live abroad? It was to, again, in some ways, move away from the comfort zone
Yeah.
and push yourself to levels that you can envision for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And of course, career wise, it was amazing, right?
Hmm.
I loved, for instance, living in Portugal. It's a beautiful country. They speak my language. There are a lot of Brazilians there,
Yeah.
but I really wanted to expand my career opportunities, and I don't think that that would be the best place for me to do so.
Mm.
Especially if I compare to Brazil. Brazil is quite developed in marketing and in my area,
Yeah.
so that's why I decided to move from there, because it was also starting to become this comfort zone place. Um, so London made much more sense to me.
Amazing. Next question for you. What mindset helped you make that decision?
I think all about how can I continue to find opportunities to grow.
Yeah.
I felt stuck at some point
Mm.
when I was in Brazil, you know? It was so comfortable for me. The friends were my friends for 20 years. Like, I knew everything about the place. And I even tried to move to Sao Paulo, which is a big city,
Mm.
but I still told myself, like, I'm so young. I have the opportunity. I am a privileged person. I can do it. I have the support of my family, and they are there to tell me as well if nothing goes right of the way that you want.
Yeah.
We are here to support you. I felt like I had all the base, the
Mm.
structure there built. So
Mm.
you're just like, just jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you fall, you have a big sofa. It's all good. Like, I have to jump. I have to risk it all,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, even if I risk it all, everything is gonna be okay.
Mm.
So it was very much on this mindset. And also the 20s, right? The 20s is for you to experiment and for you to try things.
Yeah.
So if I had the opportunity, why wouldn't I grab it for everything that I could?
Yeah. Wow, I love the answer. I love the you had to jump, and if it wasn't, there's a big sofa there to cushion you, but you within yourself said you had to jump.
Yeah, I had to jump. And also, I always had amazing examples at home.
Mhm.
It's funny, today I'm really talking about roots. And I mean, you're talking about living abroad, right? But because I'm thinking about privilege, and we're talking so much about this
Yeah.
and the opportunities that came to me. I would say my opportunities and my luck was not only the fact that they were able to afford and help me and open the doors for me and opportunities, but the example,
Mm.
like being in a family of very hard workers. Everyone, siblings, my parents, my mom at my age, she was getting pregnant, and then she decided to change careers
Yeah.
from Portuguese teacher to a lawyer. So she was taking the bus 4 hours per day, going to uni, studying, working full time with a big belly. So
Mm.
it's always like, I look at those, I think about those situations, and I'm like it's incredible what I can do as well to push myself. You know, what are the challenges that I can create for myself? So it's all about that,
Yeah.
the living abroad.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's impactful on so many levels. Tell me, Ju, what's the biggest difference between living abroad
Mm.
and staying in Brazil?
You think you know a lot about yourself when you don't leave your country. You don't know what's out there. So you presume that you know a lot. You presume that you know a lot about people.
Yeah.
And then you get to a new country, you're no one. You're literally no one. You need to build everything from scratch.
Yeah.
And if you keep moving from one country to the other, it's literally like you don't know anyone, you have no friends, no one knows your name, you cannot rely on your networking, on any person that you know. Like, it's literally you, yourself, and that's it. And this teach you something about first being humble,
Mm.
because at the end of the day, you're just one more person in this big world.
Yeah.
Second, you become more empathetic.
Yeah.
because you have to deal with people from so many different cultures, and something that you find weird is part of their culture and daily lives,
Yeah.
and they also think that you're a bit weird, and your costumes and your habits are also different from theirs. You respect more the difference from others, and I don't know. I cannot even compare how I was back in Brazil and now. It's just incredible how you open your mind,
Yeah.
and you learn with new cultures and people. I'm definitely a much more humble person today
Okay.
than I was before I moved, and I am more flexible. I'm adaptable,
Mm.
and I respect differences much more.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love to learn with new cultures and new people.
Yeah. Talk to me on that quickly, because you said now you've noticed the difference in terms of being humble. How were you if you weren't humble back? What were you?
I thought that I knew a lot about myself. I was
Yeah.
like, no, if I'm abroad, I want to live in a country that it's hot and it's next to the beach,
Hmm.
and I like this type of people. I just like brown men, and I know my type. I know the partner that I want, and I want this and that. And then I move abroad. I go to the beach place, and then I try London, and I love London, but like, oh, it's London. It has nothing to do with what I expected.
Mm.
And then you look at all my ex boyfriends; they are all brown and like with tattoos and going to the beach. And my partner nowadays is a white German, tall, skinny man. It's a very different from what I was expecting, you know.
Yeah.
So it's funny because life showed me like you have no idea, like there is so much for you to see yet, for you to start thinking about who you are. And even today,
Mm.
I cannot presume that I know. I don't.
Yeah.
And I will never, because the world is too big. There's too many things happening out there, too many opportunities, too many people for you to meet. So I'm humble in a sense that now I know that I should not presume anything, that I don't have any conclusions,
Mm.
and that I'm always going to be learning, that I am this in the world. Before, I was living in a bubble.
Yeah.
I never left my city. I knew everyone.
Mm.
Everyone knew me. So it's like it's almost like I felt like I had control over my environment because I knew everything that was happening. Everything was very predictable.
Hmm.
And now it's the complete opposite.
Right.
And a lot of people that live abroad, I share this experience with a lot of friends that live here in London as well. They say, and if you listening to the podcast is also living abroad, you're gonna agree with me. All of us say the same thing. Whenever we visit home, go back home, we have this feeling
Mm.
that time stopped, that nothing changed.
Yeah.
People are doing the same thing, they are going to the same places, they are talking about the same topics and about the same people.
Mm.
It's a very weird feeling. I thought it was mine, but no experience is unique. And it's real because it feels like when you go abroad, like the life pace is different
Yeah.
because you're seeing so many new things all the time. And when you go back home, everything is familiar, and you go into that comfort zone again,
Mm.
and life moves in a different pace.
Mm.
Hard to explain, but
No, I get it. I get it. I guess it's like when you go back home, it's like you never left, right?
exactly,
Mm.
exactly, and everything's the same.
Same. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. What's the hardest part about living abroad?
I think being away from the loved ones. It's very hard.
Yeah.
My grandma, it's almost 90. My
Mm.
dad is 81. Um, my friend, one of my best friends, is marrying this weekend, and I'm not gonna be there.
Mm.
So all of this is very hard
Yeah.
not to be there in those very important moments. I think it's all about the people,
Mm.
being away from people that you love.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, because I'm a
You
very
get
emotional
emotional.
person.
Yeah. You need a moment? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Sorry, I'm taken aback too. Even though it's not me personally, but I can feel you. So yeah. But I'm so sure that they're more than proud of everything you're doing. And
Yeah.
when you reach to the place that I can see you reaching, one or two things. Either you can go back home frequently, or you can bring everyone over with you. So
Yeah, it's happening. They come. My parents come for 2 months every year.
yeah,
My brother's coming now. My friends last year I had 4 or 5 friends here.
yeah,
I go to Brazil twice a year, so we are quite close.
yeah, yeah,
I think the worst is not exactly the distance itself, but to miss the important dates because I don't have the flexibility to just say this weekend I'm booking a flight.
yeah.
I
Not
cannot
yet.
go all the time,
Hmm.
like once a month.
Yeah,
I wish I could be. I have this issue of I want it all, and you
yeah,
cannot have it all. Um, so yeah, I think it's just like accepting this.
hmm,
It's a trade-off, right? In everything that you do in your life, there's gonna be a trade-off.
yeah,
And if you move abroad, you're gonna have a lot of amazing things,
hmm,
but you have to understand that you might be losing a very important thing, which is key moments that you're not gonna be there, and you have to accept that this is the price you pay.
hmm,
It's a very high price. I've spoken to a lot of friends who were thinking about moving abroad and they decided not to because they say, my priority is to be next to family or to be in those moments present. And I fully understand because I know how much it hurts. It's really difficult.
yeah,
For me today, it makes sense for me to do this. When I put on the scale, it makes sense for me to be here because
yeah.
that's more important now. But this doesn't mean that I don't suffer with it.
Of course.
I do.
Yeah. Give me this. If you could have your ideal situation in terms of you could do anything you wanted,
Hmm.
what would you do? How would you have your life to be in terms of would you have your family with you or would you be able to just go to Brazil when you wanted? Like what would you like?
I mean, if I could,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like Brazil to be 2 hours from here.
Okay.
That I could travel on the weekends, come back.
Yeah.
I wish it was not a 12 hours flight.
Right.
But also having more flexibility
Hmm.
and money
Hmm.
to go whenever I want, that would be great. But of course, the 12-hour flight is also something that you need to consider, right?
Of
It's not
course.
only about being financially able
Hmm.
and professionally able, but also it's quite tough.
Hmm.
You don't go there to spend 2 days and come
Of
back. So
course.
you want to spend some time there.
Mm.
So I'm quite happy with the opportunities that I have today. I
Mm.
am able to go twice a year. That's already amazing. I stay there 1, 2 months.
Hmm.
It's incredible. I cannot complain.
Mm.
But of course, if I could just choose,
Yeah.
if I just go 2 hours, I'm there, then I'm back, then
Yeah.
I'm there again, and I can have the best of both worlds, that would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe you're gonna have the flexibility, Juliana. So just prepare yourself. It's coming.
Woo, 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 woo.
um, why do you think having international experiences adds so much value to a person's journey?
I think it's all about learning with people that are different from you.
Mm.
You open your mind a lot.
Yeah.
You are much more understanding, and you learn how to be humble. You learn how to adapt yourself to a new culture, new place.
Mm.
You're now an immigrant. Life is different. You're the outsider. So the challenges are very different. You learn how to live life on your own
Yeah.
outside of everything that you know and everyone that you know. You need to start from scratch. It's the challenges are there at so many levels. Like if we were talking at the beginning of this conversation about leaving your comfort zone and challenging yourself, when you do that moving abroad, it's basically like this challenge comes up in every area of your life. Relationships, friendships, financially, career,
Mm.
personal, spiritual, everything.
Yeah.
Because you have to change all your life to adapt to an international life.
Mm. This is what you've done and what you continually doing, adapting.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned this skill, of adapting myself.
Mm.
And that's amazing thing as well because I am not afraid anymore of a lot of things that I used to be. I feel much more confident in myself because I've been through so much that I know that I can handle a lot.
Mm.
Especially moments when you're like when I first arrived in Berlin, for instance. Berlin was a city that I didn't adapt myself to. I think it's very nice when you talk about the beautiful places that we lived in. Like, it was amazing to live in Australia, in Lisbon. Berlin was tough. I did not like the city. I did not like the culture.
Yeah.
I did not accept myself, and I struggled. And I had no friends. And I am the most sociable person that you can imagine. I love being around people. It was the first country that I lived that I could not speak the mother tongue language. So in Portugal was Portuguese, and then Australia, the US, here English. So it was the first time that I could not use my main skill, which was communication.
Yeah.
That is my way to express myself, to connect with people, to feel that I belong, to feel alive. Like I'm very sociable person.
Mm.
And there I felt powerless because for the first time I could not understand a single word of what was happening. Oh, but Berlin is a very international city. Yeah, but once you sit on a table with a lot of Germans, at some point they will switch to German and you will feel like an alien,
Mm.
you know? So it was a very uncomfortable experience for me. I'm very glad for it because I learned so much during that period. Maybe one of the key periods, like in terms of growth, I grew so much when I was living there, but definitely extremely challenging for me uh, in this journey of living abroad and personal growth.
Mm. Thank you for not giving up.
Oh yeah.
No, seriously, because you could have thrown in the towel at just from hearing you and me recollecting the last episode as well. You could have thrown in the towel at any point.
That's true. You know, I never thought about this. That the Juliana of today needs to be very grateful for the Juliana of Berlin
Mm.
because I could have just,
Could have said I'm done,
yeah.
and then where would we? We wouldn't be sitting here right now with you. So thank you.
No, thank you for that reflection.
No, it's all good. Moving on to personal branding,
Mm.
and I feel like you did touch upon this in the last episode, but take me in further. Why did you decide to specialize in personal branding?
I think now we can connect all the dots from our conversation, right? Your
Please do.
first question was, what is your biggest purpose on earth? And I
Yes.
told you is to become the best version of myself.
Mm.
Um, and I've also learned that I've been a very blessed person with a lot of opportunities, and I want to give opportunity to other people.
Mm.
That's the way that I can give back.
Yeah.
So if I join one thing with the other, I'm basically saying that I'm always working on myself to become the best version of it. And I want to help people to become the best version of themselves too, because that's my way of giving back.
Yeah.
So personal branding was a very natural answer that came to me. It was not something that I was like, I want to build a business. What I'm gonna search for? Oh, personal branding seems interesting. Let me do that. No, it was more like a natural thing that happened to me because I was starting to give people advice on their careers when I was back in LA to artists trying their luck in Hollywood. That's how it started. It was a very natural thing. Um, and I started to realize that I could really drive impact by helping people with their personal brands. And when I say personal branding, I'm talking about everything that you can do to become the best version of yourself,
Mm.
to become a valuable professional in the market, to find a competitive advantage, to grow as a person. So all tools available that you can use
Yeah.
to grow as a person and professional. So that's why it was very natural to me. It serves my personal purpose and my way to give back. So it's
Goes hand in hand.
hand in hand.
Mm. To give back. As you're building yourself to be the best version of yourself, you're building others to do the same thing.
I think simply by sharing my journey
Mm-hmm.
of trying,
Mm.
and of making mistakes and trying again,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way that I can. It's not. I don't need to offer consultancy or mentoring. In the past, I would think that I have to build this whole structure of a business to do that. But what if I just open up and share more about my journey in becoming the best version of myself? Maybe with the example, it's even more powerful
Mhm.
And when you say like that, you like to like watch me on social media, for instance, and I'm there posting on my stories, like going to the gym, making sure I'm eating healthy, making sure I'm doing my German classes that I haven't done for a month, but okay. All of that is like it's showing with examples, you know, of my what I'm doing with my life. So I'm trying to do it as natural as possible now,
Mhm.
still doing it through my work and my business, but also just by sharing my journey and trying to become the
Yeah.
best version of myself, sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's how we all grow together.
Mhm.
It's easier, right, to follow by example. I feel
Yeah.
it's more natural.
Yeah. And you see how we spoke about, or you mentioned about the content failing.
Yeah.
You just gave me your why of why you do it just now.
And that's
So,
why I keep insisting in it, you know.
so
If it was for the numbers,
yeah. So
I wouldn't have
anytime,
given up.
anytime you feel low, you feel like it's not going on anywhere. Remember what you just said just now. Put a pin in it.
Yeah, I put a note on my. I have like a on my notes
Yeah.
content ideas. And then I'm walking. I'm in the tube.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have ideas, right, of what to post,
Yeah.
and I put a big note on it on the front, say like, "Do it with your heart. Speak through your heart, and speak for your like as if you were talking to your younger version.
Yeah.
Just do it because you really need to share the message.
Mhm.
Forget about the numbers." And this is really helping me because then when I start recording, I am already in this mindset and I care less about the results. This is helping me more now,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
to keep consistent and doing something with purpose. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have done it because I come back home tired from work. I want to go to the gym in the morning, then work full time, then go home after staying on the tube for like 45 minutes. And then I have to clean and I have to cook. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to relax. That's the time that I have to produce content. So if I don't do it with a big purpose,
Yeah.
if I don't serve something bigger,
Mm.
I would have given up for sure.
And again, thank you for not giving up. And me and D definitely ain't gonna let you give up. So yeah.
Holding me accountable.
Oh, for sure, for sure. This is a good question. What do you think is the future of personal branding?
Mm. The future is bright.
Yeah.
There's something big now. Everyone is talking about it. AI. Everything that is personal,
Mhm.
I think there we're gonna have a big momentum with everything that is personal. So if you have a running club, offline communities, meetups, face to face, anything human related,
Yeah.
human skills workshops, anything related to humans, to personal connections, I think it will get more valued
Mhm.
because an interesting thing, right? Like today we are so afraid of AI because we say that it will substitute human connections, right? I think the opposite.
Of course. Yeah.
I think the opposite because we are already doing so. We are already on our phones.
Yeah.
We see the new generation scary. The numbers are so scary.
Yeah.
People don't have the relation. I mean, of course they do, but in a much lower extent than compared to previous generations. They don't spend that much time with their friends, or partying, or going to nightclubs and stuff. So we are already doing that without even noticing. Now AI is coming, and it's just gonna expose everything very clearly. And I think with that, people will seek more intentionally for offline experiences and for and to look more within,
Mhm.
and this need of growing personally and professionally will rise stronger than currently. The more AI we have, the more exposed we are to the situation, and the more we're going to seek for human connections
Yeah.
and human growth. That's what I think. So AI is just helping us to open our eyes, in my opinion. That's my hypothesis,
Mhm.
um, because we are already there.
Yeah.
We are already not connecting
Mhm.
as we should. We are trying to find the best hacks to improve ourselves and to become valuable professionals and persons in our lives, when in reality we need to do the deep work, look within. So I am just sitting and waiting to see what's going to happen in the next years. But I think a lot of people will think, okay, AI is here.
Mhm.
How can I differentiate myself? Because a robot now can do a lot of the operational things that I was doing. And for me to differentiate myself is not about acquiring new skills. I need to find my most authentic self, because if I don't find it, I will never be able to differentiate myself, because AI is here. AI is playing the game. If I get better at Excel, or if I'm a bit better in public speaking or in communicating, amazing. It's going to be so hard for us to differentiate ourselves. So we need to understand who we are and find his authentic self, because that's the only way as humans that we're going to differentiate ourselves from others and that we're going to thrive.
I mean, can we just make you like the ambassador of human connection? Because that's the truth. That is the truth. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. But listeners, you heard it here first. Maintain the human connection. Like, don't spend less time on your phone. Have in-person interactions and build your relationships through being in person with someone rather than through your phone
Exactly.
and the internet and all this
And if they are
craze.
not doing this now, they will do it soon, because
Mm,
AI is going to expose everyone to this. We're
yeah,
going to reach a level that we're going to miss it so much. We're going to lack so much
yeah.
that we're going to intentionally and proactively seek for it.
Hmm.
And that's where the opportunity is for us to be business around it.
Yeah. Listeners, you heard it here first from Juliana. My last question for you there. And this is kind of, I guess, sums up everything that we spoke about today.
Hmm.
How do you see your business in general in the future?
Mm.
Because I know what I see, but I would love to hear.
I would love to hear though how you see it.
Tell me first, and then I'll give you mine.
I think anyone in business, they need to identify, see a wave coming,
Mm,
and then surf with it, right? I see a wave coming.
mm,
Of course, it's just a bet, it's a hypothesis.
yeah.
I see the wave of offline connections coming very strongly,
Mm,
and I want to surf that wave. I want to make sure that I am promoting those offline events, moments, and opportunities for people to connect in the real world. It's hard to do that, especially if you build like a global business, or if your content reaches people across countries.
yeah.
Then it's hard, because then you have to do a webinar and you have to be online to talk to those people. But I will make sure to explore this opportunity that will come with AI, that people seeking the offline opportunities
Mm,
to connect. So that's something that I will definitely do.
mhm,
Of course, using AI in my favor as well
mhm,
to support.
yeah.
Um, and I mean, my dream is to really build this community. I really want people like-minded who really want to learn how to become the best version of themselves, to be around me as well, because I think that I can learn a lot from them.
Mm,
The more people you have around you with the same mindset, it's incredible. Like,
yeah.
it's the best thing, you know.
Yeah.
So this is for my personal interests. I'm being egoistic here. I want the community as well, so I can keep myself motivated by watching them
Mhm,
grow, but also to provide this space for people to grow together.
mhm,
I would love to do it via books and via TV shows and with an online community. The channel, I don't know, but that's how I see the future of it.
mm,
But if I'm gonna be having my full time job with it, and I'm gonna manage both, if I'm gonna be in London, if I'm gonna be in Brazil, if I'm gonna be in the US, I have no idea about the how.
mm,
But that's how they say when you're manifesting, right? That you have to you have to visualize the end goal,
yeah.
not the how. The how, you live it with the universe.
Mm,
Um, but that's the path. Surfing the wave of offline communities
mhm.
and making sure that I'm building a community of people with the same mindset of becoming the best version of themselves.
Incredible. Incredible. Oh, I have to give you what I see. Um, what I see for you, Juliana, and this is my prayer for you also, is
Pray, pray.
there won't be any limitations on where you go. There won't be any limitations on who you work with. When it comes to personal branding, your name will be not even just the top five, but the top two people, not just in UK, USA, Brazil, but the world, where people will start to fluctuate towards you. And not only will you change lives, but you'll change corporations, you'll change businesses, you'll change individual personal people who are branding. And it will not only become your niche, but it will become your empire, whereby you'll have people who work for you and you can delegate these things to. And in turn, that will give you more time to spend with your family and do all these things. So, everything that you said, of course, but for me, there's not going to be like a hold on it. It's just going to go every avenue that I don't think you have comprehended yet,
No.
but you have to just prepare yourself for, because it's in you and I can see that on you. Um, and I don't think it's going to just be in one space. I think it's going to occupy a lot of spaces and do great things to the point where I'm going to be like, Dean, look at that billboard. Who is that? And he's going to say, bro, that's Juliana. I said, yeah, yeah. From that day we saw her, we knew that it would be a global event. So the only thing I can really say to you is just prepare yourself. Um, and yes, you're doing your full-time job now, of course, but at one point in your life, you will say bye bye, or you will be like working with them alongside, but doing your own thing. So just prepare yourself because it is coming. So yeah, that's my prayer for you.
Like, I will listen to what you said over and over every day when I wake up, and I'll do my manifestation. I'll say, like, Calvin, he's predicting the future. Thank you so much for believing me and seeing this
Of course.
and trusting,
Yeah.
because it's so good to hear that from someone
Mm.
like you,
Hmm.
and that you can see through, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, this shows a lot about who you are as well. So
Any
thank you for that.
anytime. I don't have many fun questions for you, but I have specific ones today.
Hmm.
You spoke about a lot about your younger you,
Yeah.
and me personally, I think she's very proud of who you've become. Um, and I know you've talked to me about your younger you and
Hmm.
stuff. I guess my question now is, where do you want younger you to see present you in the future?
um she wants to see me on media. I
Okay.
love the stage, I love the camera,
Yeah.
I love doing this, I
Hmm.
love communicating.
Hmm.
I was always very expressive. As I told you, when I was a kid, I was in all of those extra activities after school,
Mm.
and I loved performing arts.
Yeah.
And I think now it's not about performing arts, but performing by sharing a message and helping people.
Yeah.
So I think that's where she wants to see me. I always envision a studio with cameras. Um, there's always in my vision board,
Hmm.
it's a lot of cameras and microphones. So, like, we are starting to
Hmm.
manifest, right? Like, this is happening. But I can really envision my life and my career media heavy.
Right.
She will love to know that I'm doing that while serving a purpose, while helping people.
Hmm.
I think she will be very proud of that. And being creative, I have so much creativity in me, and I want to build something to call my own as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in my personal life, building a life and the family with a partner that is worth it, that she envisioned for me, who respects me, who supports my growth, my success,
Yeah.
being healthy, taking care of myself, respecting others, doing therapy.
Mm.
All of that, I think she'll be very proud of.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time, Juliana. Honestly. Honestly. And I'm not just saying that. I really wholeheartedly believe that. So I'm literally just waiting to see it and just to message you and say, do you remember? Congrats. So it's only a matter of time. Remember I said that to you. So yeah. And last one, and I don't know if I done this with you last time, but I'll do it with you now. Create a quote for us for the listeners to take home.
You know, this quote that become the best version of yourself. It's
Mm,
the quote that I love the most, but I feel like it's so misused,
okay.
or it was the same with gratitude.
Mm,
Gratitude 10 years ago was such a beautiful word.
yeah.
It was the theme of my birthday. I did like a lunch and put like gratitude. And then it became this word that everyone was using, this buzzword, the hashtag gratitude. Like, but like, even though they are so cliche,
hmm
the reason why they got so popular is because they resonated with a lot of people.
mm,
So becoming the best version of yourself while being grateful for what you have,
yeah.
it's such a powerful thing. It's people ambitious like us, they really want to achieve so many things, and they're always focused on what's next. And I'm in this comfort zone, I'm going to leave it, and what's next for me, what's next there. And it's so difficult for you to find a balance between looking for what you want and at the same time remaining grateful for what you already have, and
Mm,
finding this balance. So you always trying to become the best version of yourself
mm,
while being grateful for what you have.
yeah.
That's my key challenge now, you know? How do I keep content and happy and I enjoy life as it is right now? I've achieved so much. I had to leave my family, all my loved ones in Brazil. As I told you, my
Wow.
friend is marrying this weekend. It's just so hard. Like, I should be so proud of myself and I should not take this for granted.
Mhm,
Remind of that while I continue chasing for all the things that I want in my life, and keep reminding myself, educating my brain to always remember this
yeah.
while putting all the work to get where I want is so important. Because usually when we are focusing on something, we forget about what we've achieved, right?
Mhm,
Finding this balance is the best way to keep being happy, right? Because
yeah.
then you're satisfied, but you're always chasing for more. And chasing for more is a very important thing for you to keep motivated and happy in life as well, right?
100%.
So I would say that become the best version of yourself while being grateful, or chase for what you want
hmm
while appreciating what you already have.
Mm,
That's
amazing.
the big one.
That is a big one. I felt that in my chest. Thank you so much. Juliana, because we're going to probably have new listeners, how can someone reach out to you and what's the best way for them to contact you?
I am mostly on Instagram today.
Hmm
This can change by the time that you listen. But nowadays, the best way you can find me is on my Instagram. That's Ju. So Ju, or Ju
mm
for the English people, Ju.
Ju.
Ju, and then Damasco. That's Damasco dot en. So N like English.
Mm-hmm.
That's my judamasco.n. That's my English account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also with the same handle on TikTok. On LinkedIn, you're gonna find me via Juliana Damasco with one name. And yeah, judamasco.com for my website. I'm all over the place. Please reach out. I love to talk to people. I would love to know more about what you thought about this podcast. Um, and yeah, we can become the best version of ourselves together. Why not?
Why not?
And I'd like to thank you so much again for inviting me for a second episode, for a second conversation.
Of course.
I really appreciate you and all the
Appreciate it.
beautiful things that you say today. As I say, this is a reflection of who you are as a person,
Thank you.
and I appreciate that.
Anytime. And we will have Juliana for the third part when she releases her book and she has her studio and she has all these amazing things that will be coming. So please, listeners, keep an eye on this woman's journey because she's only just beginning. Even though she's done so much already, she's literally just scratched the surface of what's to come. So literally keep your eye on her for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Calvin Anderson, for the Check In With podcast. We have had the opulent, the amazing, the phenomenal Juliana Damasco today. Take care. Speak soon. God bless.
Bye.